Throughout the years of vampire books and series, I have finally gathered all the information that I needed to create the everyday vampire makeup look. And it took all of these vampires looks that just really inspired me to create this one everyday vampire look for myself. Taking bits and pieces from every story and then making it my own story. So I started with just a very clean matte face. I just used some concealer. I'm using this one by e.l.f. It is just like a really affordable concealer. It is the 16-hour camo concealer with a matte finish. I really like this one. I also used this Wet n Wild matte primer. I really like this one. The only thing is that it is pretty liquidy, so just be careful when you're getting some out because it comes out really fast. And I really like this. I have really oily skin, so I really like having a matte primer to kind of matte things down a bit. I just put that under my eyes a little bit, and then I just powder all over. And my favorite powder right now is the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is the translucent one. I really like this powder. I used to use an e.l.f. powder, but now I just use that for like touch-ups. I don't use that powder often anymore because it just doesn't last that long, but this lasts so long. Like, I have gone through an entire day, 8-hour shift at work, put on this powder, and even at the end of that shift, like, it's just my nose that's shiny, not my like cheeks or anything. It's just my nose, when before it would be like my entire face. But this powder has really changed my life when it comes to matte powders. All these vampires, what they have in common is that they have a very deep shadow in their eyebrow underneath the eye area, and that's what we're going to be doing. So I have this very basic neutral eyeshadow palette. It's by e.l.f. It is the Nude Mood palette. It is just a very basic brown eyeshadow palette. I feel like you don't need that many shadows to complete this look, so this is just what I like to use. And there's no like shade names on here, so I'm just going to be pointing to what the shadow is. So we're going to be taking just a simple eyeshadow brush like this. I'm going to be going into this very like apricot looking shade right here. And you're just going to put that on the entire eyelid up to the eyebrow. And then we'll also put it underneath the eye. This is just a base shade. You're not really going to see it. Like so. Then I'm going to take a red eyeliner. So I really like it when vampires kind of have like a hint of red in their eyes. It kind of shows the whole like undead look, that they haven't slept in so long, and that there's just, you know, some red underneath their eyes. I feel like it really makes a really cool dramatic effect. I just have this one by LA Girl. It is just an intense stay, you know, red eyeliner. And I'm going to put this in the inner corner of my eyes underneath my eye, and I'll show you. So just take it and just do it like this towards almost halfway on the under eyelid. Just like that. Just like that. It looks crazy right now, but hang on. Take a thinner eyeshadow brush like this, and you're going to smudge that entire eyeliner out. Just like this. And this eyeliner does take a little bit of blending, but just keep blending as much as possible. You almost don't want to see that you applied any eyeliner there, but you still want the color to be there, if that makes sense. And it should look something like this. Exactly. Just like that. And back into the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take another eyeshadow brush. This is just like a smaller one. I'm going to go into this more orangey brown shade right here. You're going to take that shade and put it underneath your eye where you put the red eyeliner. And just follow the natural shape of your under eye. Just like that. There's a lot of dimension in the eyes, so it's going to look crazy at first, but hang on, it'll get better. Just like that. Now it looks like I'm super tired. That's what you're going for. Then I'm going to take that same shadow from underneath and put it on my eyelid. And just follow mainly towards the lash line across the entire eyelid. Just like that. Then go back into the eyeshadow palette and then take another eyeshadow brush. This is just the other end of what I used to blend the red with, the thicker, flatter side. And I'm going to go into this brown shade right here. Like so. Put that on the eyelid where you just put the other shadow. On the upper eyelid, towards the lash line, where you put the other shadow. Then I'm going to take a thinner eyeshadow brush like this, and then put it on the outer lower lash line, just like that. Take like a bigger eyeshadow brush like this, the one that we used the first eyeshadow color with, and I'm going to go in with that orangey shade right here, again, just a little bit. Now you're going to be blending that entire eyeshadow that you put on your eye up to your eyebrow. Down to the lid, up to the eyebrow, down to the lid, up to the eyebrow, and just keep blending until you don't see what you applied there anymore. Like it's all blended. Then take that same brush and go underneath and start blending underneath. And just really just blend it as much as you want to. Look, you can really see the difference between this eye and this eye. Now let's do the next one. Eyelid, up to the brow, down to the eyelid. Just wanna make sure it's pretty seamless. And we're pretty much done with the eyes, but now let's go into the lips now. You're gonna wanna grab a red lip stain, and I'll show you some of my favorites. So I had this one by Makeup Revolution. It is this red lip stain. It is actually called, I wanna say, Vampire Kiss. It is like a blood red lip stain. It is more on the red side. I like this one, but I don't like it as much as the next one I'm going to show you. That is what I was using before I found this one, which is like my absolute new favorite lip stain. I had this one by Sushi Glow Cosmetics. I got this from TikTok, and it is like the perfect blood red vampire lip stain. I love that in movies like Twilight, you can see that their lips are bare, but there's still like a little bit of a stain on there of some sort. I like how you can tell that they were probably feeding earlier and they have some like remnants of blood on their lips, just very subtly. And there's a lot in here, so this is what it looks like. Just this little applicator right here. Then I'm going to just put that lip stain on the inner parts of my lips, and I'll show you. Just like that, but I'm going to blot my lips together. Kind of rub them together. Like so. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Now I'm going to take a brown nude lipstick. I'm going to show you some of my favorites. So I have this one by Urban Decay. It is a comfort matte, and it is in the shade 1993. It is their like old school like bullet packaging. Their packaging doesn't look like this anymore. So this is an older lipstick, but I really do love this shade on here. It is called 1993. It is just a perfect brown nude, and it is more of a higher priced item, but I do want to use a different one today. And I really love this one. It's by Wet n Wild, and it is this one right here. It is called Mochalicious, and it is pretty much the same color. I could even do a comparison for you. Like, it's pretty much the same color. This is more like pink toned, if I want to say, and then this one is more of a orangey tone, but they are very, very close. Like, you couldn't even tell if you're wearing like a different one, to be honest. But I'm going to put that on my lips and I'll show you. So you're just going to put it on the bottom lip. Don't put it on the top. just do it a couple of times until you have the opacity that you're looking for. Rub your lips together. Just clean up whatever you don't see that you like. But it just looks like my lips are just stained. There's not like a very obvious red line there anymore because the lipstick and the lip tint kind of blend together to create this like vampy looking lip. So pretty much I would just stop here, but I want to do just like a little bit of an extra step if you want just like a little bit more. So I'm going to take a highlighter, and I have this one, which is like a sample package of a Ciate highlighter. It is called Moon Dust, and I really love this highlighter. It is super beautiful, super sparkly. It doesn't really show it on camera, but trust me, in person, it is absolutely stunning. I'm going to take my ring finger. I'm going to just put that in here. I'm going to put that on my eyelid, more in the center of the eyelid. Just dab that on, just like that. And I'm going to take a little bit and put it on the brow bone, right there. And then put a little bit on the inner corner. Then I'm just going to take a fan brush and just get more of that highlighter on here. Put some of that on my cheeks. Just like so. Just a little dusting. I'm going to take another eyeshadow brush and then just kind of brush away any obvious lines of that highlighter placement. And kind of just like blend all of the sparkle together. So it looks very natural. We're going for natural vampire. A little bit on the nose, just for funsies. Cupid's bow. And that is pretty much it for the everyday vampire look. It is very subtle, but still there's a lot going on. You're trying to fool the world into thinking like, oh, am I wearing anything? Or is it just natural? Like if I turn off this light, you can see the more of it intense. Really darkened the eyes, made the lips more red. The sparkle there just kind of makes it all go together. If I had some contacts right now, I would definitely put some in, but I sadly don't. But this is pretty much the everyday vampire look that I go for every single day. That red eyeliner is still there. You can kind of see it. It kind of goes well with the lips to make it look like it goes together. And you can definitely add more darkness to the eye depending on what you're liking. I sometimes like to go for like a little bit of a darker eyeshadow, which I can even put that on here for you. Which this is by Urban Decay. It is called Ride, and it is like a purpley brown eyeshadow. And I'll put a little bit on just to show you like the difference. This is more like everyday vampire. This is more of like a nighttime everyday vampire, but if that's more of what you're looking for, then I can show you that. So this is a very interesting eyeshadow. It is like a purple, but it's brown. It's like a purpley brown eyeshadow color. This is what it looks like. It's pretty dark. I'm just gonna put that on my eyelid. Definitely makes it more smoky. Just put a little bit on the bottom just so it can really be pulled together. Make sure you go up to the eyebrow, down, just so it really looks seamless. As you can see, that added a lot more drama and smokiness. I'm just going to do the same to the other eye. I want to make sure it's seamless. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, as you can see, that brown eyeshadow really made things a little bit more intense. And that is pretty much the look. Let me know if you guys like this. I really love doing this makeup look every single day. I really love the whole like everyday vampire look right now. And that is the completed look. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Later, hater.